Real estate investors, wholesalers, flippers. My name's Anthony. Today, I'm going to show you how to use real-time AI niche Courthouse data to scale any real estate investing business to 30,000, 50,000, or even 100,000 plus per month in the next 120 days. So if you are a real estate investor, you're currently using unmotivated, high equity absentee lists from PropStream, batch leads, or are spending far too much money on inbound campaigns, and you're struggling to scale your business to the next level, I'm going to show you the strategy that the 1% are using right now to dominate your market. I'm going to show you 5 deal killers costing investors 300,000 plus annually, why 95% of investors are still using 2020 methods while everybody else has simply moved on. And I'm going to show you the exact system that we use to get highly motivated, fresh leads directly from the Courthouse as soon as they're filed. And I'm going to give you a few case studies of other investors who've scaled to 500,000 plus per month using the system and how you can get access to it before all of your competitors do. So if you're serious, I'm going to give you the roadmap here for the next 120 days, how you can do that. And here are a few case studies to show you. Marcus Thompson, Atlanta wholesaler, went from doing just 1 deal per month to implementing the system and now closes 4 deals per month, adding an extra 80,000 to his revenue monthly. We have Sarah Grace, North Carolina investor, just hit 620,000 in assignment fees over the last 12 months. And then David Kim, Arizona flipper, went from 2 deals per month to 4 deals per month and doubled his profit per deal from deeper discounts. Question is, most investors are doing the same thing, old recycled lists. They recall it and recall it again. The best investors are simply closing deals before most of the 95% even know that they're there. And we all know that speed to lead in this business is the number one most important thing. So if you're like the 95%, and most of us were at some point, you have a 5 deal killer problem. Number one, it's stale recycled leads that everybody else gets from PropStream batch. They're typically 30 to 60 days old, and they're high equity absentee lists, maybe some vacant lists in there as well. And by the time you've called them, they've had dozens, if not hundreds of others reaching out to them. Number two is you're just losing deals to faster people that have access to the leads the same day or the next day that they're publicly available. Deal killer number 3 is just wasted money and time on VAs and manually pulling the information through PDFs and legal notices at a county courthouse that barely has a working website. Number 4 is just the simple shotgun approach, which is wasted marketing dollars. You get a list of 10,000 people. You say, hey, call this for the next 30 days, or you send 10,000 pieces of direct mail and hope and pray that there was one motivated lead in that list that you can actually put under contract and sell. Number 5 is there's just simply so much chaos around what list is actually producing your results and how you can consistently scale and how you can find the most motivated people out of that data. And so the question becomes, how many deals are you missing out on right now? And where would your business be without these 5 problems? Most wholesalers aren't struggling because they don't know how to make offers or they don't know how to sell. They're struggling because they're using outdated spray and pray approaches because they had no idea that there was another way. Now, don't get me wrong. Can you still do deals with the other way? You absolutely can. And we've done that before. But what if you were able to do more deals and take your business to the next level? So if you believe that you can do that, then you're absolutely right. And investors that are using the same system right now are doing a consistent 3 to 8 deals per month or more and doubling their profit. And so what is the cost of doing nothing in your business right now? Well, if you're using a stale and oversaturated lead list, you might be missing out on 2 deals per month because you're late to contact the actual seller. And they've already sold. Maybe that's $360,000 per year if you miss 12 deals. You have low quality, high equity absentee lists who typically are just receiving information and simply say, you called me, what's your offer when you talk to them? You have data chaos, and then you just have a motivated lead cost of where did I actually find the motivated seller from, and how do I keep that consistent to scale my business? The competitive advantage from a brand and an actual company that takes over and does more deals in your market is an infinite cost, as well as where do you find those leads from and who do I contact next? And these cost investors 500,000 plus annually. And so what is the solution to all of this? Well, there's an automated system that pulls real-time Courthouse leads and it gives you the most motivated niche leads out there. So what we do is we build a custom system that pulls the niche leads directly from the Courthouse the same day and gives you the most motivated prospects available. We enhance the data, enhance the property addresses, so you have all of the details when you reach out to the seller. You get a same day or real-time delivery on these leads, and you can be one of the first people to contact a motivated niche lead before most investors even know that they're there. And so what do you get? Well, pre-foreclosures, people who are behind on payments or starting to miss their payments, probate filings, somebody just inherited an estate and they want to sell their property without doing any repairs, a divorce where they're going to sell the property and might want to sell the property without having to go through the Courthouse system to do that. And then you get auction scheduled properties, some of the most motivated sellers out there that want to sell their house without losing it to foreclosure. And so this system feeds you the most motivated leads with a very high chance of selling. And so the difference with PropStream, it's a 4 to 8 week delay, or 1 to 2 weeks if you're manually searching websites that barely work. And so our previous investors like Marcus Thompson was calling PropStream 60-day-old data, closing 1 deal per month at $9,000 per deal, spending $2,500 a month, went to closing 4 deals per month at $20,000 an assignment, got rid of his VA babysitting costs, and now spends $80,000 per month. Biggest month, $102,000 in assignment fees from real-time niche leads. Sarah Grace was spending $3,600 per month, PropStream and skip tracing costs, 2 deals per month at $12K, and she couldn't scale. 1 year after, 12 months, $620,000 in assignment fees, closed 38 deals. And her biggest single deal was $73,000 from an auction scheduled property that she got the same day it went public. David Kim was doing 1 deal, now does 3 deals, and he makes $46,000 in profit per flip, doubled his profit. And so what is the difference between all of these investors and the 95%? Well, they're getting access to the best, most motivated leads out there, and they're contacting these sellers before most competitors even know that they're there. They're closing the deals with less marketing spend, and they're able to scale predictably because they have consistent lead flow. Now, the difference, 30 to 60 days on PropStream, $2,000 per month on headaches and manually wasted searching, and Facebook ads spending $6,000 per month. And the results are just based on how good your agency is rather than how good you might be. And so what is the bottom line? Well, speed to lead, low competition, and high motivation is how the best investors find the best deals. And so here's what happens next. If you decide to work with us and it makes sense for your business, we'll research your county. We'll make sure that the information is publicly available. We'll custom build your system. And then in week 3 and 4, we'll research and test all of the data, make sure it's reliable, and then launch your system so you get automated courthouse filings as soon as they're made public. You receive the leads, you make the calls, and you close the deals. We handle everything else. Now, this is not for you if you haven't closed at least 3 deals. You are not willing to put in the hard work when you have a motivated prospect in front of you, and you're not willing to invest into your business to grow it. Now, what I can tell you is that the investors and real estate professionals that have fully committed, taken action, are 2 to 3xing their deal volume within 6 months. They're significantly reducing their cost per contract, and they're 2xing their profit per deal. The most successful users are already closing deals, have the marketing channels in place. They know how to negotiate and make offers. They understand that speed to lead is the most critical thing, and they are taking action in their business. So because of our capacity and ability to develop these custom systems, we can only onboard 5 clients per month, because if we onboard more, we won't be able to deliver the system. And so we can only take 5 clients per month to implement the system into their business. And so here's the thing. These deals and these leads are happening and being filed every single day. Somebody just got a divorce. Somebody just received notice that their house is going to auction, and somebody just got an inheritance and they want to sell their property for cash. The reality of this is that the 1% are already getting these leads today, and the other 90% will get those in 1 to 2 months. And the 1% are doing a lot of deals. So quick story I'll leave you with. 6 months ago, 2 investors, the same city, both doing 1 deal per month. Both were spending about $5,000 on skip tracing costs. One decided to keep doing what they've always done. And number 2, fully committed to taking action and just closed their best month ever at 5 deals per month and made $118,000 in assignment fees. Investor 1 is still grinding, still using the same 2-month-old list with no motivation and very high competition. And so 3 things. If you don't want to fight over stale data, you want to eliminate 5 deal killers, and you want to scale to 30, 50, or even 100,000 plus per month, then click the button below and book a call. We'll look at your current system. We'll make sure it's a good fit. We'll find out if your market actually qualifies and if the market provides the information publicly. We'll show you the system and how it works. And if everything makes sense and it aligns, we'll reserve your system and provide real-time motivated courthouse leads. So don't forget, competitors are booking calls. They're signing up for the system. If you're tired of doing the same thing you've always done, that's got you to the same place you've always been, and you want to scale your business so that you can get to the next place and the place you've always dreamed of, then book a call, and I'll look forward to working with you soon. Let's do more deals.